Right, so this is the view of my sketchbook, so we're going to get straight into it. As you can see, I have my jar of animals right here. It's been quite a moment since I filmed a YouTube video, but I think just in the vein of videos that I used to watch when I was a young adult, I really enjoyed when I just get a little sketchbook session and I'd be able to listen to someone else draw or just watch them in the way that they'd interpret the world off the back of it. So at the moment I'm really interested in just drawing animals. Some of my previous videos I was really into drawing characters, maybe animal human hybrids, if you've seen any of those kind of videos, but at the moment I've really been enjoying dogs and cats. So I want to branch out a little bit. And of course, in our jar here today, you can see it's right there, that I have dogs and cats in there as well, but we'll see what we get picked out. So I'm not looking. We're just going to take one from the jar. I think I grabbed two. What is it? Ah, chickens! It's been quite a long time since I drew a chicken. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a go. I might put in a picture or something maybe up here in the corner, just to show some chicken stickers that I would have done previously. I don't sell them anymore. But let's go ahead and just open up the tablet and have a look. Maybe I need to warm up a little bit as well. I drew this guy a couple of days ago. He's just a little Yorkie. I seen a picture of him on Pinterest. That's one thing as well that I'd be interested if anyone has that idea or notion. Like on Pinterest nowadays, you can actually turn off AI pictures. So you only get actual references, or the majority of them are actual references, which makes me feel a little bit more comfortable using it recently. And just have a look and put them through some ideas or inspiration. That one's kind of cute. I like the colours on this one. We're just gonna make a new board. That's really cool. I think it's good to get normal pictures as well, just so you have a good baseline. Maybe at that chicken, just so you kind of know what you want to do. That's so cute. The little jumpers, look at that. Oh my god. But I've been really into stylizing a little bit more. I kind of want to go into, I don't want to say realistic, but if I can show you what I mean by really stylized but still has a lot of rendering to it. It looks really good. Like that is so cute. Go ahead and put that in. Let's have a look. That's adorable as well. I think I have two of them sitting now. So I'm just going to go through here. I might cut this part of the video out, but it's just those bits and pieces of making sure that you always have a reference before you draw, because if you don't know what a chicken looks like, you're not going to be able to draw a chicken very well. So we'll get some that are different images of standing, some stylized, and I'll be back to you in a minute. Like this particularly, I've been really obsessed with Felix Delep. I don't know if you can see it there, but that's kind of what I want to work towards a little bit more with my art. The way that he stylizes his shapes are really lovely. It almost reminds me a little bit of some of those older artists, the way they stylize their hair. I'm thinking maybe Norman Rockwell in the way that he has his shapes. And then of course it's almost stylized in a way where it looks Disney-esque, but rendered to a higher ability. I don't know, I think I'm kind of rambling, but that's kind of the style I've been really drawn to recently. So I'd be interested if I can replicate it, if I can take something away and just doing a couple of chicken studies. Okay, I think I have enough for now, so I'm going to start sketching. It's been a few days since I sketched anything, but we will just go ahead at it. So chickens, I think. Like just looking at those references I pulled, like you can almost see a shape like this. Like they almost look circular. And then you have another big chunk of their back wing going like that. And then of course you have their cute little chubby heads going like this. Almost looks like a peep the way I have it here. Just fix that and go like this, or like that. This guy, he has the jowls there, and obviously he has a little eye here, and then those bits and pieces. So like the interesting thing about chickens, and I don't think I would have done it too well when I made my last chicken stickers, is just the way the feathers look. So I'm going to keep the shapes relatively simple and just have a look at the way Felix does it and how we can break it down. The way he tends to do his shapes, as you can see here how I have like this big lump of a shape, and just being very conscious of where the feathers are coming so that it looks like it has more volume on it, but it also helps to break up the shapes on the chicken. So for example, you'd have like the feathers going this way, right? And then they're gonna slowly move this direction, and that'll be broken up by a lot of these key pieces here. Like you'll see almost like an edge, and then these will get a little bit softer as you work up and as you transition them until they go up this way with the way that he does it. So it's going to take a little bit of maybe practice. I might redraw it a few times, but we have the basics, so just the bones of the chicken there. So we're gonna take, like he has a nice shape here where he just does some lovely shapes like this to separate the neck, and he always keeps it really, really shapely like this. And then when it comes to like the wings, it goes like this almost. I think I'm almost not doing it justice the way that he does. But we'll focus on the beak for a second and come back to the feathers. He's really elongated like the little top piece here, I think just for the shape and the emotion in that picture that I was showing you earlier. But for this one I'm going to keep it really, really simple. So I'm just gonna, I want to make him look like he's smiling a little bit, and then just bring it up like this, and then give him a little bit of emotion. I think that's something that's really, really compelling with what I'm drawn to, is more of a story with it, and just trying to push everything that's going on in that piece that you're making. I know I'm just doing a little bit of a sketch here, but just keeping the idea the entire time, giving an eyebrow, maybe steal a little bit of that expression from his one. And I know this guy has like, he actually has jowls in the reference, so I'm gonna take that. I know he doesn't have his own. Just take it on both sides and then exaggerate this piece. Maybe a little bit like this. I think would look quite nice to just give it a shape, like almost like it almost looks like he's a little bit disgusted and what's happening, and I think that's what I'm looking for. But I also have to remember, when you're drawing a chicken like this, you have to remember that this little piece is almost on the center of their head, and sometimes it has weight to it, so it can fall like left or right off the back of it. You can see how it's coming along, but It's just that little piece to keep in mind. So I have that. Maybe that's drooping over a tiny bit. Like that. And then of course, he's like this. So just keeping the shape. Now I wonder if I could exaggerate this a little bit with that reference and just keep it like that. I think this is kind of the underbelly, and then you almost have like bits sticking out like this, looking at his reference. I just need to go back. It's kind of how I would section it up, and then the rest of these tail feathers, it's actually kind of like the backside showing like this. So it's kind of going in a way where it's gonna all come together at the bottom like this. I think it's quite interesting. The bottom looks really, really fluffy compared to, and just looking at his, he's really simplified it. So I might just keep the same idea. It's just knowing how to push your shapes and how to make them look appealing and separate them in a way that still makes sense for the overall structure. So I have this big shape I have now, and I'm just gonna echo that a little bit more, just like that. You do want to have a tiny bit of variety, so I don't want this to look exactly the same as this one, and I am just going to maybe give it a little bit more movement. I think the goal of this exercise is just to give me a little bit more of a challenge. I've been drawing lots of dogs and cats recently, but just to kind of keep myself in a little bit more of a rhythm with it. So with this one in particular, I think I will go and try to give it a little bit of color, because as you can see in the image that I'm looking at, it has all of these nice warm tones, and I want to practice that a little bit more. I'm almost too used to just kind of leaving it as a sketch and then not doing anything else with it. So let me see what we can do here. So we got our colors. I'm gonna go ahead and just lighten the sketch a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just work on the eye first. I always find that if the eye doesn't look good, then nothing else will. That one, I think I can get away with that one. But yeah, the eye matters more than anything. And I'm just going to do a little bit with the red, just because this is going to be the reddest part. Now I'm going to see if this actually works with erasing this quite aggressively on the page. So now I am really going to take some of this. So he almost has like a little bit of shapes that look like a shadow. He has these shapes that'll help explain some of the features within the feathers, so it almost looks like it's hair rather than feathers at the end of the day, but it still comes across quite nicely. So like he has like a shape that'll go like this, and it just kind of helps to explain the movement in the fur rather than trying to draw every single feather. I I know it looks really, really yellow at the moment, but I'm going to keep going over it and we're just going to keep building the colours that you're seeing. Just while I'm drawing though, I just want to talk about some life updates. I don't know if it'll make the video cut or not, but just those bits and pieces. Why have I been gone so long? If anyone is interested in knowing, a lot of it has just been pieces outside of my control. Maybe a little bit of a lack of focus actually going to upload on YouTube. It's something that I did enjoy doing previously, but with everything else that was going on in my life at the time I stopped, it just felt like the right decision, which is mad because I was getting a lot of traction on YouTube before I stopped. I think I had like 4 or 5 videos up and I had 500 subscribers. I did a video and I might just link it here, maybe somewhere on the screen. But yeah, I had done a line art video that got an insane amount of views. I had my brush that I did for everyone and I was getting a lot of people downloading it. And I feel like I've just lost a lot of that momentum. I was doing lots of bits and pieces. For people that don't know, like I have a 40-hour job outside of this, so it's really hard to juggle everything all at the one time. But I think now, coming into 2026, I'd really enjoy just going back to the platform and just creating content that I used to love watching myself. I'm not sure if everyone else is on the same bandwagon as myself, but I really enjoyed like it. Does anyone remember Dina in Ireland? She was just absolutely fantastic. She'd make creature hybrids and you'd sit there and you'd watch her 20-30 minutes the entire way through. Of course it'd be like a little tiny time lapse, you'd speed through some of those bits and pieces, but it was always really enjoyable just to see what she was thinking about when she was drawn, and it just gave me a lot of inspiration. And I want to say I grew up watching it, but the reality is I was in my early 20s when I was watching it, and just I got her video the other day where she was going over the struggles that she had before she passed away. And if anyone doesn't know her story, she was an artist that passed away from cancer probably 4 or 5 years ago now. But I got her video the other day and it's kind of making me think quite a lot about how many people that she actually left an impression on. How many people did she influence that she didn't realise in her time, and she was so young, like 25, when she passed away, and she had already created so many amazing things. And it really inspired me as a young woman to try and take that up as well. So I think it's a little bit to do with the people that inspire you in the first place, and just keeping that in mind while I try and do something a little bit different than I probably would have done previously on the channel. There's nothing wrong with that ever, I think. Especially for the ones that it's almost like giving homage a little bit to what she had done for me, even if she might not have ever met her. But she absolutely had an influence on me, and just teaching me how to draw. So I almost want to be a little bit of someone that does the same on my own channel. So yeah, I think I might do tutorials like I did previously, and I might do a few bits and pieces, but this is the bread and the butter. This is what I always enjoyed to watch myself. And I don't know about anyone else, but I love trying to recreate something that gave me just a little bit of inspiration. So I don't know, it might be a little bit of a rant, but I think it's kind of important to remember where your inspirations lie. Why did you feel the need to create in the first place? When you're going out, you might be doing a YouTube or something like that. You might just be drawing in your own sketchbook for your own enjoyment. But who influenced you? Who continues to influence you? And what can you do to keep that alive in your own mind? Now, this chicken's coming very, very, very bright and yellow. I think you can see it there. It's coming along quite nicely, but I want to add just a little bit more definition in some of these areas. Like if I could. And this isn't just like a hard study of your man, but just kind of taking in little bits from what I notice and just drawing it the way I might have before with a little bit more of a conscious effort. I think something that lacks on YouTube a little bit is just that home element. Like, what was it that we don't have anymore on YouTube? And I feel like a lot of that is just what created YouTube in the first place. What was so outstanding about YouTube when it first came out was that it was just normal people. You didn't have all these celebrities or these people wanting to be a celebrity, kind of talking, and I say talking, but kind of just making it almost too formulaic. Quite relaxing to just be able to find someone that you enjoy and look forward to it every week. Like, there's a couple of creators I still watch that I watch every week. I'll be looking forward to the videos, and they're still relaxed, lean back, and enjoyable to watch. I think it's almost a habit for me to do this. I don't think Felix does this. But it's just a bit of a habit to kind of add that shading back in where I can when I do render something. It's been quite a long time since I've really rendered something quite complex. Not saying that this is complex, but just in general, like say like my profile picture, for example, that was a complex render, and it takes a long time for me to do it just because I almost faff about. And that's what I do here. I just keep going over the same things until I feel like... Okay, I'm really sorry about that. My camera completely shut down, so I'm going to keep going. I don't think the phone is the best thing to be using for YouTube, but it's a good starting place, I think. So I'm going to keep going. I'm nearly done now with all these bits, but yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents about just YouTube in general, and kind of going back to it and the reasons why. And I think everyone kind of has the reasons why they'd start on YouTube or just post a video. It's always going to be something that we enjoy at the end of the day. And I think it's really fun just to get to know people. Like the amount of people that come writing on my videos before, just thanking me for their help or just that the tips help them. I think that's kind of the vein of what I want to do a little bit going forward. So yeah, that's it. If you have a question, or maybe you want to respond to some of the questions that I was asking throughout the video, feel free to leave a comment down below, and of course I always try my best to respond to on it. But that is going to be my little draw with me chicken. I wanted to draw a few more, but I think the colouring aspect really was what I wanted to make today. But it's what I wanted to do in general, so I think I'm just going to tighten up some of the biggest pieces for the shapes with this darker brown, and then I'm going to call it a day. that's it. So look, like I said, leave a comment. Talk to me about who are some of your inspirations on YouTube that is still uploads. Have you ever watched Dina Norland? If you're similar to me, it's someone that I really enjoyed when I was a young adult. But that is my chicken iteration. I feel like I didn't do it as much justice as I probably could have, so I don't know, maybe I'll do another session where I focus on more chickens and fill up some of the space. Maybe we'll do another page in my small sketchbook, but for now, thank you all for watching today, and I hope that you drew along, or at least drew some chickens along with me. If you do feel like that you want to support me or anything like that, head over to my Ko-Fi. I do animal commissions like this all the time. This would be on physical paper and high quality with watercolor markers, ink, pens, and colored pencils as well. So look, thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all the next time. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.